Hi, my name is Glenn Williams, and I'll be auditioning for the part of Shaman Derek. Let me try that again. Hi, my name is Glenn Williams, and I'll be auditioning for the part of Shaman Derek. One more time. Hi, my name is Glenn Williams, and I'll be auditioning for the part of Shaman Derek. Okay. Give me 1 second.
Oh, speak of the devil.
Oh, hey.
Hey, Shaman Derek. I made you some more if you want one.
No, thank you.
Okay.
Hi, honey.
Thank you so much for coming.
I'm really happy to be here for you. What I want to do is really look into the situation a little deeper.
What I want to do is check in the situation deeper, so let me check your signatures.
Okay, so put your hand up for a second. Let me just check your signatures.
Place your hand here.
Spirits download their files into my operating system.
Spirits, download your files into my operating system.
And the sadness,
Ni hasadiga ibo ai hukuna matata. Yes, shikara. Shaka in the holy name of Jesus. In the Thank you. Thank you. Did I book?
Wow. That was amazing. I feel lighter already.
Yeah.
Hi guys, it's your boy Locoglenncoco and welcome back to another video. Before we get into this video, make sure you like, subscribe, and comment so your boy can be monetized on YouTube. Don't you want me to be monetized on YouTube? I want to be monetized on YouTube. Come on now. Let's get with it. Okay, so if you haven't guessed by now what this video is going to be today, it's going to be about the Bling Empire that is currently on Netflix right now. I am obsessed. I mean, I love it so much. If you love Crazy Rich Asians, then you're gonna love the Bling Empire. I mean, who doesn't like, you know, extremely wealthy Asian people? I mean, they are rich, like super rich. They make the Real Housewives of any franchise look as poor as Robin Dixon. You know what I mean. Like poor. These rich Asian and Asian American cast members come from a long line of wealth. They come from dynastic money, meaning emperors of China, of Thailand, of all of those Asian countries. Yes, they are that rich. They are billionaires. They are millionaires. Their families are worth money out the wazoo. I mean, they are rich. They are so rich that they take lunch to go to Paris to eat, just to eat, and to do some light shopping, and then go to Las Vegas on a private jet to do some light shopping. They are that rich. If you have an affinity for glamorous, fabulosity, wealth, and crazy rich Asians, then this show is for you. The cast is so rich, and I love it. What I love about the Bling Empire is the show is actually centered on wealthy Asian people. These are people who come from wealth. Just so y'all know, this will be a spoiler video. So if you haven't watched it, I'm spilling all of the tea. I'm telling you how it is, and I hope you like it because these are my opinions and it is what it is. So honestly, like I said earlier, I'm obsessed with the show. I'm obsessed with every character. I feel invested in every character that this show has put forth, and I haven't felt like that about a reality show in a very long time. Honestly, I'm quite disappointed in the Real Housewives franchise, which I am totally a fan of. I I'm not invested in them like I used to be. I'm not invested in characters. Also, they're not as wealthy as they used to be. They're not as rich as they used to be. They're not as fabulous and glamorous as they used to be. You know, the Real Housewives franchise used to feel like this veil of secrecy has been lifted off, and we're getting a peek into the rich and famous lives of housewives. And now they just feel like, you know, my next door neighbor. You know, very common, very basic. You know, some of them are really poor and don't pay their taxes. It's kind of really sad to see, Robin Dixon. But, but yeah, I mean, I love seeing wealth. I love being taken on an adventure. I love escapism. And this show, The Bling Empire, definitely does it. Honestly, my favorite character is Anna Shay. She's worth $600 million. She is rich. Her money comes from weapons. Her father sells bombs and guns. And she sold her company for $1.3 billion with her brother back in 2006. So Anna, the matriarch of the show, is very rich. She's my favorite person, honestly. Anna Shay is the self-professed queen of Los Angeles. She's half Japanese and half Russian. Personally, I think she's sometimes aloof and speaks a lot with her eyes. I mean, she conveys a lot of emotion and thoughts with her eyes that make her very interesting to watch, in my opinion. And she exudes rich. She exudes wealth. She exudes class. This isn't new money that she has. This is old money. And I love to see her flaunt her wealth humbly. She is definitely not someone you want to cross, like, ever. And poor Christine had to see that the hard way. You know, you don't mess with someone with old money and who is also a humble person. And Christine, you know, you need to take a page out of Anna's book, okay? Because she's rich. I think she's the richest out of the group. She actually took Kelly out for her birthday to Paris and on her private jet, and then pretended to be a stewardess. I think it was fascinating to see, and I love how rich she is, that she can take her friend to Paris and shop and buy her expensive friend bracelet. That's like amazing. And then come back home and do the same thing probably the next day. You know, if she wanted to, she could. Yeah, I love it. Kevin, oh my God. Kevin, honestly, a handsome guy. Cut, abs, he's a model. He is the center of the show, I would say. He's also not the wealthiest of all of his friends. He is the newcomer to LA, and he has found this group of amazing friends that just so happen to be rich and Asian. And you know, we get to see how he goes about navigating his class and wealth with these super wealthy people. Also, what I love about the show that they never, I haven't seen that they ever put him down for being, you know, not as wealthy as them. They're very giving. They are very gracious. They are very accommodating, and they are very humble around Kevin. And it's just nice to see that there are social classes that are different with each of the friends, and that they work together and they are friends. And you know, it's very nice to see. It's lovely. I really enjoyed Kevin's story arc, you know, finding himself amongst these millionaires and navigating relationships with him. I also love his personality and how humble and nice and caring and decent he is. He's a little messy, just a little messy, but you know, not that much. I love that he, you know, was looking for a love interest the whole show, which was, we'll see Kelly, and we'll get to Kelly. Poor Kelly. Oh my God, poor Kelly. I love that you'll see that he's looking for his birth parents. He is adopted by two white parents. He has an amazing relationship with them. As he's gotten older, as he's turned 36, he really is interested in his Asian heritage and trying to find his family. He does a 23andMe DNA test, and he finds out more about where he's from, which is Korea. And he realizes that, you know, throughout the show that he felt like his mom never really wanted him. And it wasn't about, he felt like his mom was young and there might have been some class and racism going on in Korea because of Japanese and Korean warfare and in the invasion, and that he thought he was an unwanted pregnancy, and that's why he was adopted. And he finds out that his grandfather raised him for quite some time, and then he thought that he would have a better life in America, and that's what happens, and he finds that out through the journey of the show. Very nice to see this guy find out about himself, and I didn't think it was fake. I didn't think it was phony. It felt very real, and I was very interested, and I'm very interested if there's a season 2, what he learns and who he becomes throughout the show. Another thing is, I love his relationship with Kane. Kane is this super wealthy guy in his late 20s, maybe early 30s, who is born into money. And, you know, I love that they have this playful relationship. It's very humble. It's very nice. It's very nice to see two guys just have a healthy dynamic. And they definitely have that. I love that the show shows people who are actually friends. A lot of times in like the Housewives franchise, that when they come on the show, they really don't know each other. And they are creating this fake drama most of the time. And I didn't get any of that with the Bling Empire. You know, spoiler, when Kevin and King go to help out Kimmy and to help her find her birth father in South Carolina, I really believe they did it from a place of genuineness and love. They wanted to help their friend. Let's talk about Kimmy. Kimmy, when I first saw her, I thought she was a bad. I was like, yes, this is what I need. I need someone who gives me Kim Kardashian-esque, the Asian Kim Kardashian. She had a nice body. She has a nice face. She has a nice career. She's a DJ. She's lovely. And she was giving me, she's very beautiful. However, as the season progressed, I didn't enjoy her personality one bit, especially when she goes into Queen Anna's house and goes through her bathroom and closet and finds sex toys and then make a big fuss about it and throw it outside when she's providing them with a spa day in her backyard. Very, very, bougie, very nice, very, I have money, and you're doing this to her. She's being very gracious to you, and you throw her sex toy, her penis pump, out of her window while she's giving her a lip massage. It just wasn't right. And then when Anna confronted her about it, she wants to get upset with Anna. Did you not just go in her house and disrespect her? Did you not? And so when she couldn't take ownership of that, it really turned me off from wanting to even continue liking her and being invested in her character. The only saving grace about Kelly was the fact that she was looking for her father and wanted to reconnect and reestablish a relationship. I honestly think if Kevin wasn't looking for his parents, that this story arc wouldn't have happened, and this was the only story arc that she could come up with after, being disrespectful for the matriarch Anna. I kind of felt like she was looking for a story and she got one. It could have been really genuine, and it was very sad that, her father passed away. That was horrible, and I felt for her in that. I honestly think they filmed it a couple of times in production because I don't think her reaction was genuine in the moment, but, who am I to say? Who am I to say? So Kelly and Andrew. Kelly and Andrew were a hot mess this whole season. They are in this toxic love affair that Kelly just needs to leave Andrew and let him heal. Andrew honestly needs to go to intense therapy for some of the baggage and issues and childhood trauma that he's going through. And in order for them to have any kind of relationship, Andrew needs to heal, because the way he was acting up, again, Anna was being super generous and nice and invited Andrew along for Kelly's birthday, his girlfriend, to go to Paris, and he acted a fool. He acted a complete Caucasian fool, and I was upset that you would ever do that to Anna. And if you don't know by now, Anna, yes, is my favorite character of the show, and also kind of Christine. I kind of like Christine a lot, but we'll get to that. Kelly and Andrew, I've seen it before. I've seen it in real life and I've seen it on television. You know, two toxic people. Oh, Kelly's, I don't know if she's toxic. She didn't portray toxic on the episodes, but I'm sure, you know, things at home may be different. We don't know. But what we got from Andrew, we do know that he's hurt, you know? He's hurt by his parents, and he feels like if Kelly, at any time leaves, abandoned him like his parents did, and he has issues, and she needs to really let him go. It was quite sad to see like this guy, Kevin, who was quite interested in Kelly and really wanted to have a relationship with her, and she couldn't let go of Andrew. And I know it's hard. You're in love with him. Y'all have love for each other, but you need to let him go and be open to this opportunity to be with Kevin. He's a great guy. He just wanted to love you, and you didn't choose him. You went back to Andrew, and you were lying to your friends about it. And I get it. Like, you don't want your friends in your business. Anna was kind of being, you know, I believe it was coming from a good place, but you know, Kelly, I like you. I like you a lot. Dump Andrew. Dump Andrew. Just dump him. You can do better, girl. And I know, side note, Kelly was in this relationship with who was married to this guy who like embezzled millions and millions of dollars. And, you know, one day the IRS caught up with them and seized all their money, froze all their accounts, and she was broke. But I understand, like, you want to feel secure, and maybe Andrew makes you feel secure and he loves you, but the love isn't right if he's not healed, you know? No. Let's talk about Christine. Christine is fabulosity times 10. She is what Kenya Moore of The Real Housewives of Atlanta wants to be in terms of wealth. Christine is very wealthy. She has all of the brands, Dior, Hermes, Louis Vuitton, all of them, just very rich, loves brands, loves name brands. She even sat with Prince Harry at dinner besides him, you know? She's very rich. She's also messy as hell. She's very messy. I understand she honestly brought the drama. She brought the Kenya Moore to the show. She very much filled that role, the villain. But she didn't go as far as what Kenya Moore would do, because Kenya Moore is a fool, and you know, Kenya Moore hair care. She's just crazy. Christine ain't that crazy, and I don't think she would ever disrespect the family. You know what I mean? She would never bring dishonor to the family. Christine is very rich. Like I said, her and her husband, Dr. Chu, had a baby recently, baby G, and they spent a fortune on his first birthday party. I mean, it was grand. It was at some children's museum. It was beautiful. I mean, fireworks and cakes and paintings and just the works for a 1-year-old. It was. I wish I was that 1-year-old. It was very beautiful, and she made a great donation. Each underprivileged kid or person could go into the children's museum, and for however long, I don't know, but I'm sure that cost a lot of money, and you know, very nice to see. Christine is the new queen on the block, apparently. And you know, I don't know where Anna was, but she recently come back and now they're at odds. They were once friends, but you know, Anna is the queen of, you know, Los Angeles, Beverly Hills, however you want to say it. And while she was away, Christine took over. And Christine is very superficial. She loves talking about money and wealth and all of the things, her affluency and all of those things. And Anna, you know, when you're that rich, you just are. And Christine was giving, but she wasn't being. And that's the difference between her and Anna. Anna is, and Christine wants to be. Christine really, I think, went through a lot when she was first married to Dr. Chu. Dr. Chu comes from a dynastic family, meaning that they ascend from emperors. And if they were alive today, Dr. Chu's father would be the emperor. He would be next in line, and baby G would be the prince. Like, they are that rich and that wealthy and that affluent. And in order to, you know, bring honor to the family, they had to have a son. And Christine couldn't get pregnant for 10 years. And she had to do IVS treatments and all of these things to have a baby. When in reality, it was Dr. Chu. He wasn't able to produce a child. And he had to get some surgeries. And then, you know, Christine took a lot of it from the in-laws, and they were disrespectful to her, didn't include her, wouldn't talk to her unless she had a child. So it's very serious in these Asian traditions and cultures to preserve tradition and bring honor to the family. And if they need a son, they need a son, and they're serious as a heart attack about it. And she was finally able to do that with treatment, and after Dr. Chu's surgery, and the family finally came around to her and welcomed her. I can imagine how dramatic that is. But Christine also really wanted to be a great daughter-in-law, and she wanted to bring honor to the family and, you know, do all that. So, hey, it is what it is. And it was very interesting to see, yeah, going back on Christine and Anna, like, Anna doesn't play. Christine tries to play these baby games with her, but it doesn't work. Anna always has the upper level. She's, you know, been there, done that, and, you know, she will, you know, move Christine's name somewhere else at the table at dinner time because she doesn't feel like messing with her. She will tell Christine to come at 9 o'clock when the party's for 7, and the party's gonna be over, just so she doesn't have to deal with Christine. You're still getting an invitation, but you're not gonna be there the whole time. You know, and Christine was really bothered. Like, she played into the game, and she just couldn't get it together. So I'm really interested to see that dynamic play out throughout the next season. I hope it gets picked up. Let's talk about Cherie. Cherie, honestly, was one of my favorites. She's so sweet. She's so kind. You know, she was pregnant at the middle and beginning of the show, beginning and middle of the show. And we get to see her delivery of the baby. We get to see how she reacts. We get to see her grieving her mom that just passed away. We get to see her friends being there for her. We get to see Christine live this non-traditional Asian life. She's not married but has 2 kids. And, you know, some of the cast members, especially Christine, mentioned like that's, you know, a faux pas for Asians to not be married before they have kids. It's disrespectful, but they're navigating this new traditional Asian. They're navigating being American, basically. That's what I'm trying to say. And yeah, they're non-traditional Asians, and I think it's very interesting to see her journey. She wants to be engaged, and she actually proposes to her fiance at their son's 100-day celebration. And you could tell like he didn't really want to be proposed to, but he loves her, I believe, and I hope they do get married. He accepted it and said yes, so we'll see in season 2 if they actually have a wedding. Yeah. She is very wealthy too. She comes from a denim empire. She was also a huge singer over there in Asia. Her and her fiance are worth $200 million combined. He comes from a furniture empire, and they're wealthy. They're wealthy. I also I was very interested to see how spirituality was played. Some of the characters are Christian, some of the castmates are Buddhist, and they bring in hypnotherapists, they bring in shamans. They really talk a lot of, they talk a lot about rebirth. Yeah, it's very interesting. And they have parties. You know, they have parties, and they throw the most fabulous parties that I know I would want to go to. I would want to be invited. I just want to be their one black friend. Hey, invite me. Yeah. Overall, I really enjoyed the show, and I hope it gets picked up for a second season. I think the one thing that I am requiring for next season, I want to see more vacations. I want to see them going to different countries, partying up, spending all that money, all that moolah, all that dinero, the dough. I want to see it. I want them to be as more lavish as they can. I want to see it. Also, I want to see maybe them working a little bit. Not too much. Not too much. I just want to see, you know, maybe the Empire a little bit more. Really, I enjoyed all of the characters. I'm invested. I can't wait to see season 2. It's very great to see like Asian people living on television. You know, this is the time to be diverse. It's the time to see different people of wealth. Yeah, I love to see it. And if you love Crazy Rich Asians, you're gonna definitely love this show. With that being said, thank you guys for checking out this video. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment, and I'll see you guys in the next video. And if you like these kind of videos, let me know. Let me know. I'm definitely trying to, you know, get my content together for you guys and just be honest and open and loving. So with that being said, I'll see you guys later. Bye!